We came out, you know, senior night, we came out with a lot of energy, and right from the get-go, we pretty much were dominant, and that's what, you know, once we do that at the beginning of the game, and the other team, I think, had a feeling that they weren't in the game, they couldn't play with us, and it was just kind of working on things, and we went the first half and pressed, and then the second half we backed off and just kind of worked, but I knew they were going to keep playing, you know, and that was good. You know, they didn't change what they were trying to do, and so it was, you know, it was after the big lead, it was kind of back and forth, and it was just not a bad basketball game. So usually you think, well, one team was just terrible out there, and it really wasn't. Other than the get-go, we played pretty well at the start of the game. We talked about we've been at home for 2 weeks, which is it's an odd schedule this year for some reason. So we go back on the road. Ringgold's always a tough place to play, and they're playing real well. They played Ridgeland tonight. I don't know who won, but that game was for second and third place. And it's a tough place, and so we just talk about going on the road, we've got to defend. And, you know, like we played a real good half. I mean, LFO played a great half against us, 30-30, and then they don't score for a quarter and a half. And so it was just defense, and so we just talk about that. Some teams will come out hot, good crowd, you know, things like that, but we just got to defend. And next week will be 2 games where we're going to play 2 pretty good teams in our region, and we just talk about if we beat them on the road, they really can't expect to come down here and beat us at home, and we think that's important. You know, it's kind of like at this time of year, it's like one game after the other. You just kind of roll. We're not thinking too far ahead. We know what our goals are, and every day in practice we just work on things to get better against what a lot of teams are doing against us. And it shows in the games, and we do a lot of individual work also, and you can see that our big guys are starting to make some shots. You know, TJ especially, who kind of struggled a little bit through the year shooting the ball. So what we're doing is just progressing and trying to keep our goal right in front of us, of winning this game because it's a region game, it's on the road, you know, whatever our next game is, or let's prepare for the tournament. And we just don't look that far ahead. And we're just trying to get better and keep playing every day in practice where you don't get stale and you don't take anything for granted. And that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I feel real good. You know, we was #1 last year, and hopefully we can bring the region home again. But there was a big win for us, though.